Hello, my name is Soria Wilkins, and my presentation is called Matcha Made Easy, a beginner's training created with Canva. I made this training for beginners and general enthusiasts to learn how to properly measure ingredients as well as identify the tools needed. So with this training, those who watch the video will be able to accurately make a matcha latte. And for this training, I used a demonstration-based video strategy where I showed each step of the matcha making process. I recorded the video using my phone to keep it simple and clear. I did choose this approach because demonstrating each step helps beginners easily understand and follow along, especially for those who are hands-on and like measuring and whisking matcha. So before we get to the training, I would like to share the learning principles applied. First, motivation. Matcha is a very popular and interesting topic, which helps keep viewers engaged, and its relevance is important because the skills learned can be used at home. I included active participation by encouraging viewers to follow along with the video while measuring, sifting, and whisking the matcha. I found that repetition is used by demonstrating key steps multiple times, especially with the routine that you will see in the video to help build confidence and accuracy. Finally, the transference is emphasized because it shows how viewers can apply these skills outside of the video and to make their own. Okay. I also like to apply the concept of the experimental learning, which reflects learning how to do it. Even though this is a video training, viewers are encouraged to actively participate and practice each step. And this will help them understand help them understand how to remember the process too. Um, these are the ingredients at the top, followed by the tools, but most importantly, to have fun. So I'll go ahead and play the video. You will see my cups of milk, 12 ounces, into your preferred cup. Here's my tea bowl, and here is the tea strainer and my choice of syrup, along with the whisk, bamboo, and the stand that it came with. And here is the spoon that's used to get the matcha to put into the strainer. Add 2 ounces of water that will go into the tea bowl once the matcha has been separated into the tea strainer. And then here is my cup, which I will be heating up my water. Generally, I don't check the temperature of my water. I just go based on a noise that it makes when it starts getting hot because I don't believe that it should be scorching hot when the bamboo needs to be soaked. It's very important that it is soaked for possibly like, just a minute or less. You just want to make sure that it's soft and helps smooth out the matcha when it's free. Right? So while the water is getting a little warm, I'm going to go ahead and add, I generally like to add this much. I'm supposed to do 2 teaspoons. That's a teaspoon. This is another teaspoon. I like to add another one because I just love it. Okay, let's do that more. And I can hear my water already starting to boil, so I'm going to turn that off. And go ahead and put this bamboo in like a safe hot water cup. And then I will go ahead and it. I think I'm doing this. I feel this one. While that's soaking, I'm gonna go ahead and strain the matcha. Very gentle, by the way. Not like scratching it hard. I'm not doing it aggressively. I'm just um, doing it lightly. And then I like to go back and get the ends of here because there's some left over. Let's go over again. We also set this aside. Then I put our 2 ounces of water. And by now, this is already soft and ready to be used. So it's very important that you do a certain motion. I am going to show you my motion. First, I like to stomp gently onto the balls of powder to get rid of all the clumps. I just have better experience of this because generally we will go ahead and proceed the natural way of how you should whisk, which is like a W and going back. And you're gonna want to do this a little faster within time. But what helps with the stomping, I find out, is that so the clumps don't get stuck up higher rather than it just goes down. So then I'll go ahead and whisk this. Generally, you do this for about 60 seconds, more or less, depending on how tired you get. I go and get the sides softly, by the way. So you're not like jamming this in there. You're just like lightly scratching the bowl. It should not be forced. It's almost like you're scratching its back. And then I do a little tiny here. And then you'll know it's done when you start seeing a lot of foam. So I'm almost there. And if you don't do this long enough, you won't get the natural mix that it should have. Generally, matcha does tend to separate, but it's okay if you do your best. It will still taste just as good. Just need some milk. Perfect. So you see all the bubbles there? I do a little tappy tap. And let it go back in the water. And then I will go ahead and pour this into my coconut milk. And I do like to add a little bit of water to get the last of it. And then I'll go ahead and pour in the syrup.
This is 2 ounces shot of half sugar-free French vanilla, and the other half is caramel. Mhm. And I do a taste test before I add ice in case I want any more sugar or milk. It is perfect.
Alrighty, and that is the end of the training video. I would like to share that I do believe this approach uses training methods from Chapter 9 in the Human Resource Management and Public Services because it regards training, learning, and development. For example, presenting a demonstration like this and a guided practice, and if so, repetition to reinforce learning. All right, so by practicing these steps, you should feel confident in making your own matcha latte. Thank you for watching, and I hope you give it a shot. Enjoy.